It is the last day of the year. It is New Year's Eve. We are seeing markets starting to break out where the question is this going to be something that is just a little bit of a bull trap? What is we looking at? No, what are we looking at? What levels? What is going on? Is this where we actually kick into gear right here at the very beginning of the Q1? We got to talk about this. I'm getting this retweeted right now over on BitLab Academy, on the @Academy BitLab, and here on the Kelly Kellen page, getting this live stream going. We are going to be diving in here in just a moment. I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. And if not, find some gratitude. We are here together. We are ahead of 7.5 billion people being in these markets, but the market has been setting up for many, many months and many, many years. And many of you have been here. If you are an OG, drop OG status there in the live chat. Let me know. If you are new here, let me know you're new. We got people tuning in from Twitter and from YouTube. We got to get this going. Let's get the music pumping because right now is the time. This is the time to really talk about what's going on. Let's do this together. Big love to you.
Bitcoin, pump, altcoins, pump. I've been preparing for this. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Bitcoin, pump, altcoins, pump. I've been preparing for this. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Bitcoin, pump, altcoins, pump. I've been preparing for this. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Bitcoin, pump, altcoins, pump. I've been preparing for this. Can't nobody tell me nothing. SEC and its policies rely on whatever Gary thinks. Bitcoin to flight to quality. I heard that from Larry Fink. Every hour losing purchasing power on foolish out there. It's not our fault. Blame the cult. It's the political cowards when it comes to gas. I purchasing power just got cut in half. I sit back and laugh, open my bag, fill it with stacks and sats. Bitcoin, pumping, altcoins, pumping. I've been preparing for this. Can't tell me nothing.
And I believe crypto will play that type of role as a flight to quality. We are hearing from clients around the world.
Bitcoin, pump, altcoins, pumping. I've been preparing for this.
And I believe crypto will play that type of role as
Bitcoin, pump, altcoin, pumping.
we are hearing from clients around the world.
Can't nobody tell me nothing.
Crypto, depending on
It's
how you
time,
think about
everybody.
it. And I believe
Let's get
crypto
those
will
likes
play
up.
that
I want to
type
see
of role as a
record-breaking
Can't nobody
likes,
tell me
number of
nothing.
likes to viewers
Bitcoin,
today. Everybody hit
pump.
that like button.
We're
Hit that
hearing
retweet
from
button.
clients
Let's
around
get
the
up to
world.
10 over 10 super chats today. I want to do a giveaway today. Big love to each and every one of you. We're coming into the end of the year. We got some things we got to look at. Did this breakout? Does it matter? Where is it going? Bull trap, bear trap? Let's go. Good day. Happy New Year. We are at the end of 2024. We are here together, everybody. The market is starting to break out, but the question is this just a little bit of a relief rally trap before it comes down, trap, and then goes up? Is this going to push up and actually break up here to this $97,000 level and continue? Is this going to just travel sideways? What is going to happen? We are here together. Welcome, everybody. How you doing? Let's keep our energy in the positive space because life is so much more beautiful when we enter each day, each stream, each community environment with positivity and gratitude. Big love to each and every one of you. We're going to be breaking down TA today on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on Avalanche, on a bunch of your other favorite altcoins. I want to see you all getting in the live chat right now, whether you're on YouTube or on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, make the video large. You'll see there's a live chat function. I can see it all. It's right here. I can see what you're saying. I want to see what coins you think are going to be the best performers of this cycle. Which ones, maybe the ones you're holding, maybe ones you'll just let me know in that live chat. Shout out, getting the super chat train rolling today. Remember, if we get 10 super chats today over here on YouTube, we will do a giveaway. And those giveaways will be the person that we will pick will be those of you that come over here. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitter, come over here to @KellyKellum or @Academy BitLab. It's shared on there as well. Hit this retweet button, hit this like button. If we get to 10 super chats, we will be doing a giveaway and we'll be drawing from those names of you that are participating here. Big love to every one of you. It is the end of the year, but in reality, it's just another day. what we're seeing right now is also when you think about the psychology of the market, you understand what is going on in the market, and this has been consolidating into this falling wedge, and falling wedges tend to break bullish. But as we've been talking about the last 2 months, price action tends to whipsaw, and it's been swinging because there's so much expected bullishness in 2025. I don't believe a damn thing in these markets until we see continuation volume and breaking of key levels. And that's what we need to be aware of rather than this super excited, oh, it broke out. That's it. I'm going 100x. And you forget it. That's not how this is going to work, because there's a very real possibility that this did break out, but then it comes back down and then people give up on it and then it's over, only to have it reverse and come back up. It very well also could come back up in here and then just trade sideways all the way through the middle of the month into that inauguration on January 20th into January 21st. There's a lot of speculation about what's going to happen. This is why we need to look at the data. We need to look at the levels. We need to balance our emotions with strategy. And we're doing this together here on BitLab Academy. If this is your first time here, my name's Kelly Kellum. You know what? I'm a core member of this community. I'm not the leader of it. You all are the leaders of this community. I love you all. I appreciate you all over this last year. We're coming up on the second year that this channel is around. BitLab has been around quite a bit longer than that, but we started the channel almost 2 years ago, and I love each and every one of you. We do this so we can grow together. Shout out to my boy, Mr. Danky Danks, Mr. Crypto Danks. $5 super chat says, tuning in from the shower. Hey, you know what? Got to get it wet, going like a turbo vet. Let's get into it today, guys, because we got a lot to talk about. So let's first up look at where we're at. What is the pulse? We're at $3.3 trillion. Everybody is worried, and we hadn't even fallen below 3 trillion, even in that little pullback that we had. The question is the nature of the shape of what's happening in the market indicating that, this is very bearish potential. This is very like, oh my God, this is signaling it wants to break down. But is this what they're trying to get you to believe? Or is this what's going to happen? We got to dissect it and figure it out, because there's a lot of things going on right now. This is what we're looking at from our boy, Matthew Hyland. What we're seeing is these long periods of consolidation, breakout, little reaccumulation, sell off, kind of breaks the level, scares everybody, only to resolve to the upside. Sideways consolidation. What do we get? Breakout. We got this same very similar pattern here. I mean, it looks like this just zoomed, kind of shrank down. Same thing here. Are we going to get that sort of trap to the downside, or will we even get a follow through to the downside? Remember, even if the price action breaks down from where we're at right now, breaks down and does not go, if it holds above the $71,000, $74,000 mark, it's still relatively bullish. However, the consideration there is we have to note that when we look at the short-term holder cost basis, which is one of those big impact metrics on the market, the short-term holder cost basis is at about $86,000. So it does get a little questionable, and that would be, I would argue, the larger, probably more effective bear trap if the price action does drop and lose, come back into here and lose this 90, comes down to this 86, loses this. If this does come down and lose this shorter, let's actually put a little box right there, a little happy tree, like a little Bob Ross saying, there we go. If this is lost, then this ultimately would get very scary for bulls, because we would be under the short-term holder cost basis. But there's other signs and signals, I think, more than anything, and I want you to listen to me. I am not being bearish whatsoever. I think we are going to have an incredible quarter one. I think the price is going to do fantastic for not only Bitcoin, but also for most of the alts that you are holding, that you've been stacking into, that you're like, when is this going to go? Well, sometimes it just takes patience. Sometimes it takes letting the market do the work, shaking out all the hope, all the fear. We're at that point right now where people are getting ultimately frustrated again. That makes me bullish. So when we're looking at price action and we realize that although there are some bearish structures, I feel more like they're trying to, this sort of questionability is more to set up the opportunity for that spring, unless we've already fulfilled hitting as low as we're going to go. We got to see how it plays out because we are at the end of the year, December 31st, 2024. Tomorrow is 2025. We're starting a fresh new year. The tax harvesting's over. The end of this week, we got $16 billion from FTX in stablecoins, which means capital in the crypto market getting redistributed to crypto participants that have been $16 billion sidelined for the last 2 years. The question is, how much of that will get deployed back into buying into the market? I would argue that it's probably going to be a larger percentage than people want to believe. It's not going to be, oh, I got it back, let me cash it all out. I think there will be some cashing out. Yes, of course there will be. I think, I think the majority of it, more than 50%, will be redeployed back in the market. Will it be redeployed immediately? It depends on what happens in the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, because it's going to be from January 3rd into March, if I'm not mistaken, of those disbursements going out. It's not just one boom, it goes out to everybody. But this means that there's going to be, $16 billion that's going to be trickled out over the next month and a half, 2 months. We also have January 20th. We have January 6th first, which is the confirmation, and then January 20th, which is the inauguration. There's a lot that can go on between now and then. And there's a lot of reason to believe, especially with huge amount of money on the, these institutions realizing that they need to get involved, that they've got to pay attention to the ability to shape this market. Is the price too high for those people? Is it too low? We're going to see how this plays out over the next couple weeks, but I do think more so than anything, the 2025 bull run is going to be magnificent. There's going to be a lot of pain within it. You have to understand that it's not just up. If you're buying in moments of fear and you have the ability to hold, even if it drops a little lower, you will fare far better. It depends on when you do it in that cycle, though. If you buy a dip, what you think is a dip in 6 months, when the price is already way higher, maybe you're buying the start of the breakdown. Where we're at right now, I still think we have some many months to go for a lot higher prices. Now, the question is, when is that breakout going to happen? You could argue that right now we have started that breakout. When you look at this on the 24-minute chart, we did break out of this, and this is 24-minute. You can also see it on the 4-hour. I'm just trying to make it much clearer. On the 24-minute chart, we can see breakout. We talked about a potential retest. Always, when you break out of a known resistance level, you want to, and look at this. Rejection, okay, broke out. Okay, rejection, support, boom. We want to see on where the bulls come in on this bit of a retrace that we're in right now on the very small time frame. All in all, even if we get a larger move to the downside, anything below this $91,000, I think, is an incredible buy based on where we're going and the amount of participants and players that are going to be moving into this market over the next, many months. Nation states, corporations, institutions, big money players, all of this has entered their zeitgeist. Even if they were resistant to it, this has entered their zeitgeist, their awareness of maybe this is something I need to participate in. We've got some of the very early adopters are in with these big money players. Now, the big money players there's over 64 million millionaires, okay? There are hundreds of thousands of ultra wealthy, if not also ultra millionaires. I'm talking the people that are 50 million, 100 million, billion plus. There are tens of thousands of billionaires. There are nation states that are aware that a national strategic Bitcoin reserve is at least in the discussion about a pretty realistic expectation for the US. Other nation states are also, I'm guaranteeing it, doing some sort of stealth, quiet, not publicized, buying, stacking, mining. This is, guys, we do not want to mess this up because this feels good, but I want you to be aware right now, as good as this feels, if this does reverse and this is a bull trap in the very near term, I would say if this does reverse, this is just a better opportunity. It's not like it's over. We need to be aware of that. When we understand that this is, we're still looking incredibly good, that this is a good thing. Now, we also have China. Are they going to be legalizing cryptocurrency in 2025? I think this is one of those reports that came out that has kind of jolted the market positively. This would be trillions trillions of dollars that now would have access to get involved in crypto. And if they're, think about this, if China is going to legalize this or make it more acceptable, even at that basic level, this would mean, this is my own speculation, they are not going to do that until they already have a handle on what they're doing to also have their own holdings to start the ball rolling and in check. Okay, so this is major, 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 major. And we can scroll down here. We see right here, Hong Kong aims to incorporate cryptocurrencies into its financial system, signaling this is a major shift in regulatory approach. The People's Bank of China advocates for an international regulatory framework for crypto in collaboration with the Financial Stability Board. Although crypto ties to major financial institutions are limited, the PBOC cautions about risks and usage. But the usage, you can't stop this train. It stresses the blah, blah, blah. That's kind of irrelevant. But this is just, this is super bullish for what is to come. And it's going to be the persistent story over the next many decades. Everybody was worried about the USDT delistings. FUD. EU exchanges are going to delist USDT ahead of MiCA. MiCA was yesterday. USDT is losing power. Boom. Okay, what does an actual show? Actual impact on U.S. exchange USDT reserves? Bam. Straight to the upside. Is this even a pullback? This is just a bull flag, if you ask me. Then we also see from Quentin Francois, all stablecoins, just the ERC20 stablecoins, exchange reserves. What do we see? Moonshot from the end of November all the way into the end of December. This is incredibly bullish. Why is this bullish? Why does this matter? This matters because this is somebody with a gun loading bullets into the gun. When you see the stablecoin reserves going up, this could be resulting, as we've seen, yes, in the near term, previously, in the midterm, leading up to where we're at now, we've seen a little bit of pressure in the market. So there's been some selling of Bitcoin. There's been some selling of those altcoins. We saw the USDT dominance go up. Why does USDT, aka why does Tether dominance go up? Because people are selling their crypto into stables. That means they're not taking it fully out of the market. They're keeping it in crypto, but they're keeping it as a stablecoin. It's deployable dry powder that can get, basically the intention is to put it back in the market. In addition to that, when people are converting their US dollars or whatever fiat they have to USDT, that is also increasing the supply. So you have people stacking up this dry powder. You have people putting new money in the system and converting it to stable coins, and you have these huge reserves. This means there is a huge amount, $40.9 billion, ready to be deployed in the market when that cookie starts to crumble. This is incredibly, and everybody was so worried about yesterday, and that's obviously explained by looking at the pattern in the chart until nothing really happened, and then now we're getting this breakout. So is it the USDT not getting delisted? Is it because people are aware now that it's 18 to 36 months before anything that happens there? But we are also seeing Tether buying and doing different asset-backed things that are supportive of different parts of the economy and different assets in Europe to help bolster their chances, the opportunity for them to be, get basically a positive regulation approval from MiCA whenever it does happen. So they don't actually have to get delisted. This is bullish. Everything we're seeing right now is bullish. This noise on this 15-minute chart, this is freaking relevant, man. When we understand where we're at in this cycle and we see from this, let's do bull markets, we're so far behind schedule. Look at this. Oh my God, but this is cycles from the previous all-time high. You can also look at this. This is why data is important. I'll show you right here. See how it's so much lower. Well, you can also look at this from cycle bottom and the measurement from the low of the market cycle to where we're at. Look, we're still in between the last two cycles. We're only currently right now kind of testing, potentially breaking a little bit below. But that's okay. Everything is still on pace, and the bullish case is only getting more asymmetrically positive for the reward to risk ratio by participating in this market. This has only just begun. We feel like, but it's been around 14 years. You know how long gold has been around? You know how long? And remember, gold took 20 years for it to reach metrics in terms of assets under management in their ETF that Bitcoin did in about 9 months. We have everything that we're seeing, and people are worried in some ways, in respects, it just blows my mind. And we also see Bitcoin is leaving exchanges. The supply shock is real. Less Bitcoin available on exchange means there's more impact for the demand that's there. Then you bring new adopters in, you bring new demand in, and there's less supply available. I'm not talking about the cap of Bitcoin. I'm talking about you go to the store and there's 10,000 bags of M&Ms or 2 bags of M&Ms. There's 10,000 bags, they have to put it on sale because they need to get it, keep it running through the store. If there's 2 bags, they can charge whatever the hell they want, so long as there's demand that is the same, but the supply is less. The same thing is with Bitcoin, and we're seeing Bitcoin leaving exchanges. This is not a top signal. Okay, drop in daily deposits to exchanges to a level not seen since 2016. What was in 2016, everybody? Let's go back to it. 2016, double click here, make it automatic. 2016 started right here. Boom. What was next? A ride to the top of the mountain. This wasn't the end of the cycle. We're seeing metrics similar to 2016, and we're seeing more access to Bitcoin through different financial products, through so many different things within this market. We are seeing the best opportunity of our lives, and the price is not too high. Price is high when you look at where it came from 14 years ago. When you look at where it's going and the possibility and the fact that the US dollar and other fiat currencies, every fiat currency the world over, will basically always be printed, there is no cap on how high Bitcoin can go. The question is, what is the path that it's going to take to get there? And we are still early. So let's just be aware of that when we're getting emotional. And is the price too high? Is the price too high? Every Bitcoin bear market began when the monthly RSI hit 92, AKA the top of the bull market was identified. Currently, it's sitting at 75. What is this talking about? When we look at this, look, this is a 92 level on RSI, the strength index. We can see, boom, this is where it hit. Look at that was the top. Okay, this was the top too. It's kind of a double top, but boom. What do we see back here? 2017. This hit, came down and continued higher. That was the top. Also, you can't see it. It's under my picture, but same thing happened right here. We had an early cycle, mid-cycle top retrace, but the continuation. Look at how low we are. There's so much higher if you look at this retroactively about where we can go in this market. I do want to shout out everybody that is here. And by the way, if you are new here, welcome to the BitLab Academy stream. We have the best community in crypto because this is a non-biased. We have wonderful people in the audience, in the community. This is a no troll place. This is, hey, let's bring the data, meaningful tools, content, resources. Let's look at this. And if you don't know who I am, my name's Kelly Kellum. Welcome to the family. And I do want to shout out our channel partners here, CoinW, NordVPN, and Arculus. The links for those, if you need a VPN, protect your identity, if you're doing anything online with banking, crypto, putting in credit card for anywhere, you need to make sure you have a VPN, nordvpn.com/BitLab, and you get 4 extra months free. I think it's about $2 or $3 a month. It's super cheap. Do very much recommend it. It's also an easy way to help support the channel. Arculus, head over to getarculus.com for the best one-tap total security crypto cold storage. Getarculus.com, use code BitLab20 for 20% off. And of course, our free traders group, which is at over there on CoinW. You can scroll down right in here. You can see join our free traders group right here. Boom, click on that link. You can get involved there. And also when you sign up with CoinW, which gives you access, when you deposit money, you get a match up to a certain amount. I think it's up to $30,000 in bonuses. So make sure you sign up there, get involved with our trading signals group there. And there's a bunch of educational content getting posted there too, that you're going to have access to. We just had a big issue with the website there, but it's rolling out in a matter of might even be in the next 24 hours. But shout out with that. Now let's jump into some more data here because we got some TA we're going to dive into here in just a moment. And big love to every single one of you. Oh, I do want to shout out again, by the way, if we get 10 super chats today, we do we do we only have 2, but we will do a giveaway today, and we will be picking from those of you that come over here and hit this retweet button, hit this like button on the BitLab Academy stream right here. And then, of course, remember, before we dive into more data, I do want to just shout out, if you head to that link that is blinking there on the bottom of the screen right there, lab.bitlabacademy.com/deal. Again, that's lab.bitlabacademy.com/deal. I mean, we have such an incredible Discord community there with chart signals, chart requests, member streams, daily TA updates, throughout the week, as well as if you want to upgrade, we got the indicators. We've got the 120 lessons from everything from candles, candle patterns, trading strategies, indicators, how to use them, everything from RSI to Ichimoku to all of it. Get involved there. Take advantage of that deal while we're still under $100,000, because that deal will be going away. And of course, you can join us here on BitLab Academy for just more basic BitLab Academy membership here on the YouTube. It's about $1.25 a week, and you get access to those daily Turbo TAs deals as well. Now, let's continue on. This is, again, I shared this yesterday. This is what we saw at the end of last year. Move up. Oh, fake out, wash out down, then launch. Are we getting that same thing? Because we've already started a little bit of the move up. The question is, what's going to happen between now and Friday, and really now and Sunday? But today also is a monthly end, right? When you look at the monthly chart, we got to pay attention to this. The monthly chart, what happened? Monthly, weekly. There we go. Double click. Now monthly. There we go. I just want to point out here, turn off all the indicators and everything. This can be a potentially bearish signal. As bullish as we are for what is coming. Got a $5 super chat from Miss Alexandra G. Shout out to you, homie. I appreciate you. She's the one that does all the time codes on these videos after they're done. I really do appreciate it. And how you doing, MVino? Good to see you. Granny's Garden. Steve O loves DZ and AI agents. How you doing? Got another super chat. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's to you. Happy New Year coming up here in a matter of hours, right? But this can be potentially a bearish signal. Now, does this mean we're going to have a bit softer January and February than expected? Because this could indicate a potential, not an absolute, a potential of, because this is bullish momentum. This is no more bullish momentum. In fact, we had the bulls try. The bears brought it back down. Is this just trying to fake us out? Is this going to get that move down? We also saw the same thing, similar, at least right here. This is more of a doji. I've got another super chat. Golly, thank you very much. You didn't have to do that. I really do appreciate you. But this is, look, bullish momentum, neutrality. When you have bullish momentum go to neutral, that means bears are gaining a little bit steam, bulls are losing some steam. And we did get that move down. We also saw something similar kind of right here. Bulls pushed it up, came down, and then we got that sort of the bullish wick. Bears brought it back down. We did have the correction to the downside. Same thing right here, correction to the downside. Let's go back further. Okay, we got the wick there. This is more of a candle though. Let's see if we got any more of these. But you see, when the bulls try and the bears bring it back down, followed by a bearish candle, this can be, it's not absolute. We've got to be a little cautious. As bullish as we are, I think everybody's so bullish. But what if it's not as bullish as we expect January because of the questions about what's going to happen on the confirmation on the 6th? Is the Congress and all those, is it going to be some hinky business around that? Is there going to be something bigger around, economic issues with risk off narrative in just the investment market? Because when we come down to the S&P 500, we do see this is weak. This looks like a head and shoulders on the S&P 500. Shout out MVino. Cheers, fam. $6.99 super chat. Big love to you. We got 4 more super chats that we got to give away today. And maybe I do, by the way, those of you that won those shirts, I'll be sending them out, not today. I had to wait on some other things. It'll be by the end of this week. I will be sending those out, those awesome Bitcoin shirts. I think I'm going to give one more of those away today. That's what we'll do. And an Arculus. There you go. So we'll do a Bitcoin shirt and an Arculus to whoever wins today. So 4 more of those super chats, and we'll get into it. We'll get it out. But look at this. This looks like a head and shoulders on the S&P 500. Are we in for a bit of a move down? AKA, why do we care about that if we're all in on crypto? This is a signal of potential risk off behavior with investing. If this does break down, I would venture to guess that we'll probably see a little bit of selling pressure on the Bitcoin and crypto markets. If Bitcoin breaks down, altcoins, more likely than not, will pull down further. Now, some would argue that a lot of times you get the strong bullish trend in Bitcoin, and when it starts to pull down, you start getting this pump. You get that alt season. But I don't think we're there yet because people are still a little concerned about the follow through of this market. It's when we actually break through 110, which we went to 108. Great. Regionally, we're in that same area. When we truly break through like 108, we get up to 114, we start pushing. That's when we also see alts running. Some of them will be running slower than Bitcoin. Some will be running faster. But it's then when Bitcoin consolidates next up at those levels that we will really start to see alts really start to pump. So we really want to see the S&P 500 find some base here. Maybe today's the last day of the year. Maybe going into next week, people come back from the holidays. The following week, next week, will we see fireworks? I think it's very possible, but we cannot just absolutely expect it. Let's just be aware of a little bit of the weakness that is being telegraphed of a potential breakdown. Now, anything that happens in January with a little bit of a pullback, I do still think that we're going to have at the end of Q1 a strong Q1. I'm just telling it like it is. I'm not going to be a moon boy for you, and I'm not going to be a doomer bear. I'm just saying there's a little bit of questionability about what's going on currently, and it's telegraphed in the data. Now, come on, baby. If you guys want this to go bullish, let's spam the chat right now with the bull emoji. If you're a BitLab member here on the YouTube, drop those bull emojis, drop those crazy chicken, drop those Astro Cats. Let's the pump symbols. Let's get this going, man. We're ready for some freaking, walking, strutting through the. When people talk about crypto, it's like, yeah, I've been in that shit for a minute, and my portfolio is green as of. That's what. Come on, I know we all want that. But then we got a little bit of that pouring water on the bulls. God dang it. Big D Trump says, but you have to remember, into December, everyone sells off. The new year, everyone buys back in. I really feel like tomorrow is going to be 11.5 again. Well, I just deleted my thing. But guys, I think we're going to, 11.5. You're talking about the moonshot. Yeah. But analysts predict Bitcoin's correction could continue into Donald Trump's inauguration. I do think, remember, before the election, I talked about the potential that it's not just November 5th, the election. It was also the time period between November 5th and January 20th about what price is going to do. And it did. It had a great run up. And we have to realize with the great run up that we had, this is a major run up, guys. Major run up. Where's November 5th? November 5th, right here. Boom. Look at that. Boom. We haven't had any correction. So it's not like the end of the world if you see price action come back into, look, the 382 is right here, $90,000. We haven't even tapped that yet. That's a regular fib location for price action to pull back to. Actually, it's, where is it? It's actually right here, 92. So we've actually just bounced on it. If we do lose this, the real target one is the short-term holder cost basis at $87,000, and the next level down here at about $82,500 is a golden pocket. We'd really like to hold above that with a bit of a bear trap under the short-term holder cost basis before we go, if we get the breakdown. But guys, shout out. We got, is that the 7th? Kelly is the best, as in Vino, 279. Big love to you. I think we need 2 more super chats. We do that giveaway. We're coming up on the end of the show here in just a matter of minutes, but we got some things we got to look at before we do that. We will make sure to look at those before we go, because this, I think, is fun. I do think we're still going to be, even if we have some chop in January, I think we're going to end up in a green January month. But the crypto total market cap is going to go to $7 trillion, says Mags. And this is, look, 460, boom. This is where it held up, boom, rejected, came back to the previous all-time high. Pushed up. We're kind of sitting right here right now with a little bit more work to do. But is the next top for the crypto total market cap 7 trillion? Maybe it's 3.8, maybe it's 5. The point is the target is higher than where we're at now. The target is higher than where we're at now. We're not at the top. It might be painful for some of the things that happen if you're not prepared, but that's okay. But we also see altcoins. The ETH to Bitcoin chart has been in a falling wedge, which I've outlined on my own TA for you guys. 3.5 years falling wedge. These tend to break bullish. There is no reason to be there's no reason not to be bullish on altcoins in 2025. Have a good start to the new year. I agree with this. And now, in addition to all of this, what do we see? In addition to all of this, continue. Oops, that's the wrong thing. I hit the wrong button. And just all of this, we see Solana everybody's kind of worried about this, but this is a very similar pattern that we saw back here in, when is this? 2023 into 2024, rising level of support, falling level of resistance, then the shot, rising level of support, resistance. Are we going to get that next move up? Let's hit that goal, people. Shout out Mvino, Papa Gooth, Kelly is a poon. Oh, I didn't mean to read that, but big love to you. I think we're almost there. I think we need one more. Is it one more or two more? But hey, I want to give that away to you guys so bad. But this is going to be the story for a lot of the altcoins that we're holding. And when we look at the others chart, look at this. We have the falling channel. Boom, 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 boom. It's on the upper half of this. Option T, draw a little trend line. This is roughly, it's just very crude, the halfway mark. And look at this. When this breaks down, rejection. Look, support. Look, a little rejection here. Now we're even just hugging this upper bound. Once this really breaks out of here, I do think that this can really make some moves. And this would represent all those altcoins that can really give you huge gains. The others chart, which is everything outside of the top 10. It doesn't include Bitcoin or Ethereum or, what are the other top 10s? Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, BNB, Solana, Dogecoin, USDC, Cardano, Tron. It doesn't include any of those. It's just all of the other coins. And it does look like, shout out Falco with a $5 super chat. You're one of those ones getting that shirt, by the way, Falco. I know you know that because I'm so excited to send that out. But this is, guys, this is just, we're looking at it. We see not only does ETH to Bitcoin pair been, in that sort of falling wedge. This is that channel that it was in. But this is that, this is that falling wedge, boom, right here. And this is coming in to the bottom of this. Even within this, we have a broadening wedge here, and this is holding up here. If this can clear into this zone and break out, that's when I truly think we're going to start to see absolute fireworks in this market for all your altcoins. But we're still seeing, XRP, after all the hate and all the FUD, even for me sometimes, this is holding up really well. Nice bull pennant here. This is looking really, really excellent. Avalanche, kind of looks a little ugly here. We talked about the fake out to the downside. Boom, it's working on trying to hold this level here. If it can hold it, getting back up above the 41 to 43, $44 region, this will be the zone right in here before it really cooks itself to the upside. Cardano, look at this. Pushing up, kind of, oh my God, it's got a head and shoulders, but the head and shoulders right here coming down to the neckline, we see that this is, it's only achieved about half that target. Is it coming down to here? If the market breaks down in general, it will, but right now it's looking like it wants to hold a little bit of a, you could argue this is a bit of a falling wedge right in here, holding on the upper bound. If this, I think everything is on a narrow razor's edge, everybody. Aerodrome looking a little bit like a head and shoulders. I think they're trying to trick us, but if this does break down, I'd be watching for it to come down to about $1.07. First stop would be $1.22, but down to about $1.03, $1.07. But if that's the case, with the fact that Coinbase has wrapped Bitcoin now, and it's going to be processed and transacted through Aerodrome, that's a lot of institutional Bitcoin transactions that will be happening there. This would be an absolute steal of a buy. HBAR. Look, nice bull flag, kind of broke out, it's trying, but if this does lose, I'd be watching for it to come back to about 23 cents. If it loses that, back down to about 19. BitTensor, chopping sideways, looking pretty ugly here. If we lose this 382 at 424, I do think we're coming back down here to about 350. But again, with how bullish I am on what's happening in the AI sector over this next year, I think this would be an absolute dream of a steal if that were to happen. However, at the same time, we do have a bit of this sort of falling wedge here. So if this can hold in the zone and break back up, we're watching for sort of resistance at 521 and then again at 578. And then I think this would continue to the upside. Guys, I am so bullish on this year. I'm so bullish on everything going on, really, that regardless of what happens in the very near term, we're going to be prepared. We're doing this together. I love you all. I appreciate you all. We got 7 of those. We didn't get to 10. We didn't get to those 10 super chats. So I can't give those out. Got to be a man of my word. But I love you guys. I'm going to be sending you over to Blockchain Basement here in a bit. Make sure those of you remember, we do have this is the Discord, the lab.bitlabacademy.com/deal. I'm breaking things down for you guys. What's going on in BitLab, letting you know what's going on, portfolio, charts, breakdown, all that. That's just me. But then we got the members chat with all the, stuff going on in here. But then you got the chart requests, people breaking down, hey, can you do this chart? Hey, can you blah, 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 blah. We got the scalp trades. We got the gym calls. Guys, there's so much going on in here. I do really hope that you guys can get in there and explore it. lab.bitlabacademy.com/deal. And of course, if you want to just be a member here on the YouTube, you can do that too. It's about $1.25 a month. And it's a great help to helping us keeping everything going with our team and everything. We do love you guys. We appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful night. Focus on some gratitude. Focus on what you got. Focus on where you want to be. I love you all so much. Thank you, everybody, for the super chats. Those of you, Mvino, Papa Gooth, Falco always with the super chats. Mvino, several super chats. Alexander G with 3 super chats. Crypto Danks, Falco. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, there's 10. Why does it tell me that there's 7? There's 10 here. So we doing the giveaway. You see? I don't know why it tells me at the top it says 7, but I just counted. There are 10. So we're doing the giveaway. Let's do that giveaway right now. It is 12/31. So I'm going to subtract the last day of the year. I'm going to subtract 12 from 31. And that's going to be the person that we are going to do the giveaway on. Where is my calculator? I don't know where the fucking, excuse me. There it is. Okay, clear. 31 minus 12. All right, 19. Let's get it. Let's do the giveaway. So view engagements. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I can't do it for myself. So I'm going to go ahead and executive decision. I'm going to go ahead and do this one for Alexandra G, because she's been such a great help on the back end with everything she's done with all the time codes and everything. Since the BitLab won it, I'm going to pay it forward and send it over to Alexandra G. Big love to you. I appreciate you. I really do. And everybody here, I appreciate you all. I love you all. Have an absolutely wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Check out lab.bitlabacademy.com/deal or become a member on this channel. When you're looking right down below, if you're here on YouTube, it should say join. If it doesn't say join somewhere right here, come down here. You can expand. This show less. See how it shows like this? See how it shows like this? Click more. And right here, it says join to become a member of the BitLab YouTube. I think it's like $5 a month or something like that. Super cheap. Great way to help support. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Let me just make sure we're sending you over to Blockchain Basement. They set you up. Awesome. That's all we got. Adios, muchachos. Happy New Year. Love you. Adios, muchachos. Thank you for coming. Thank you for always tuning in. Bringing it back, baby. Adios.